Before you rush into your day, pause right here with me. I know you woke up with that familiar weight on your chest. Maybe you couldn't sleep last night, your mind racing through all the what-ifs and worries about today. That anxious feeling that follows you from the moment you open your eyes, I get it. You're not alone in this struggle. But what if I told you that God has been waiting all night just to hear your voice this morning? You know what Jesus said. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He didn't say come when you have it all figured out. He said come when you're tired, when you're carrying too much, when you feel like you can't take another step. Here's what most people miss: prayer isn't about having perfect words or the right posture. It's about showing up broken and letting God meet you exactly where you are. When you realize that your weakness is actually an invitation for His strength, everything changes. Your morning anxiety becomes a doorway to His peace. What if today was the day you stopped trying to be strong enough and started being honest enough? Imagine walking through your entire day knowing that the Creator of the universe is personally invested in every detail of your life. Before this prayer ends, that heavy feeling will begin to lift. Take a deep breath right now. Your moment of breakthrough is here. Close your eyes, quiet your heart, and let's bring every worry, every fear, every impossible situation to the one who specializes in making ways where there seems to be no way. Are you ready to trade your anxiety for His peace? Then stay with me as we pray together. Before we dive deeper into our prayer, let's take a moment to allow this space to nurture our soul. Imagine the soft morning light filtering through your window, casting a warm glow over everything it touches, reminding you that today holds the potential for renewal. Take a moment and just breathe in deeply. Feel the cool air filling your lungs. Let it work its way through your body, awakening every inch of you. You can feel your heartbeat, steady and true. It reminds you that you are alive, that you are here, and that today is a gift. Stop for a second and recognize that weight on your chest. That heaviness is an invitation, a gentle nudge from a loving God who desires to hold you in His arms. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine once shared how he would often wake up with an unshakable sense of dread. Each morning felt like grappling with a dense fog that merely refused to lift. But one day, instead of scrambling to drown out that anxiety with noise and distraction, he paused, sat quietly, and just opened up to God. In that stillness, he felt a warmth wrap around him, transforming that dread into gratitude. Can you relate? What if the same feeling could envelop you right now? Even if your relationships are strained, even if the phone calls seem overwhelming, there's beauty to be found in acknowledging those around you. Think of that one person whose laughter resonates like music in your soul. Can you picture their smile? Notice how it feels to be surrounded by love, even in tough times. That's God's presence flowing through your relationships, quietly urging you to appreciate the connections that still exist, the friendships that uplift, and even the family bonds that hold you steadfast. No relationship is perfect, but God uses each one to reveal His grace. Remember, He created us for connection, to lean on each other as we journey. As you stand here, feeling the pulse of today's uncertain challenges, there's a grace that envelops you, a gift that often goes unnoticed. It's the invisible strength powering you through every trial. Think of it as a river flowing right beneath the surface of your worries, just waiting for you to take a moment to acknowledge it. Life can sometimes feel like a storm, where waves of doubt and fears crash around you. Yet amidst the chaos, there is still a moment to find refuge. When your heart feels like it's straying far from peace, just imagine God working behind the scenes to calm that storm. How often do we forget that we're not alone in our struggles? Yet, in this moment, I urge you to ask yourself, are you truly ready to let go of those burdens? Your anxiety, your worries, they want to cling to you, but you have the power to release them. The ache that sits heavy in your heart, what if it's a reminder of your journey? A whisper telling you that something deeper awaits. Gratitude opens doors to transformation, but there's so much more to discover. What if we took each thought, each fear, and laid it down, trading it for hope? Think of the doorways in your life. They often remain unexplored, simply waiting for you to take that step. An adventure lies ahead, paving the path through your worries and leading you to renewed joy. You may have only seen one small window of what God can do, but I assure you, there's an entire landscape waiting to unfold before you. So let's prepare our hearts for what's next. As we get ready to dive deeper, can you feel that anticipation rising within you? Just as light breaks through the clouds after a storm, the possibilities of clarity and peace are flickering just out of reach. But before we embark on that journey, I invite you to hold on to that question. What if today was the day your fears transformed into faith? In our next moment together, we'll explore how to amplify these feelings of gratitude, unlocking a deeper intimacy with God that will set the tone for the rest of our day. Prepare yourself. Embrace the journey with me as we discover the treasures that await. Before we continue, let's stop for a moment and reinforce that promise we discovered together. Remember how today holds the potential for renewal. But this is only the beginning of what God is doing within you. It's like a sunrise warming the earth, illuminating everything previously cloaked in darkness. Close your eyes, breathe once more, and imagine that warmth spreading through your entire being, opening your spiritual eyes to the unseen truths that surround you. Have you noticed how often the natural world conceals the supernatural? It's there in the simplest of things, a seed buried in earth, yearning to break through and become a towering tree. Isn't this encapsulated beautifully in Matthew 13:31, a mere mustard seed, small and seemingly insignificant, holds the promise of immense growth. Sometimes we don't see it, yet it's growing right beneath the surface. Can you feel how life's little moments are laced with depth waiting to be unveiled? Perhaps you've woken up and felt like the day looms heavy, but beneath those layers of fatigue and doubt lies an unshakable truth waiting to break through, just like that seed reaching for sunlight. We often miss the transformation that occurs in the stillness, in the quiet preparation that God orchestrates. Now think of your heart as the soil in which God plants joy, peace, and confidence. It's essential for us to remember that even when it seems nothing is happening, things are indeed changing. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord in Jeremiah 29:11, reminding us that every moment holds purpose. Picture the underground rivers, hidden yet ever present, gently nourishing the roots of your spirit. Can you see how interconnected everything is? Your struggles may feel overwhelming, but they coexist with God's greater plan just beneath that surface tension. We often find ourselves entrenched in our daily routines, taking out the trash, making breakfast, scrolling through our phones, believing that these mundane actions actions hold little significance. But while you wash those dishes, God is working behind the scenes, transforming that ordinary moment into something extraordinary. Like a master artist, He meticulously crafts your life's canvas, using both light and shadow to reveal a masterpiece that is uniquely yours. Take a moment and visualize the invisible doors of opportunity set just beyond your reach. Doors that can only swing open as you choose to lean into your gift of faith. But before you step through, let's explore the tension that exists in this journey of gratitude and acknowledgement. But I must tell you something important. The spiritual landscape we traverse isn't void of challenges. There are battles that go unseen, a subtle opposition that seeks to distract you from recognizing the power of transformation available to you. Aren't you feeling that urge rising within your heart? It's as if there's an invitation calling out, an urging for you to acknowledge all that is unfolding around you and within you. The real danger lies in becoming complacent, in believing that what you see is everything there is to experience. There's so much more waiting just beyond that veil, hidden from view. Now this is the aha moment, where you truly realize that God's promises extend beyond your fears. What if every struggle was merely a stepping stone towards a deeper connection? If you allow yourself to lean into the uncertain moments, recognizing them as part of the divine tapestry, growth will happen, often unexpectedly. You will discover reservoirs of strength you didn't even know existed. Yet, the lingering question remains, what if all this is leading you to a critical choice? As we feel the tide of understanding rise, let's remember, what is your first step towards embracing gratitude? This is your moment to reflect and prepare for what's to come. The urgency is palpable as you feel the weight of this revelation breaking through. Consider the foundation upon which your faith is built. Will you choose to allow gratitude entry into the cracks of fear? As I leave you with these questions, I invite you to hold tightly to what you've discovered. There's an invisible battle unwinding, and only you can decide where you'll stand. Before this moment slips away, ponder this. Are you ready to confront the unseen adversaries standing in your path? Because soon we will peer into the shadows and confront what lies just beyond that threshold. Prepare yourself. It's time to equip your spirit for the confrontation. I know exactly where you are right now. Many of us face situations that feel impossible, that seem to swallow our hope whole. You're not alone in feeling weighed down by the fear of rejection, paralyzed by the lie of inadequacy, or overwhelmed by the weight of expectation. We've all questioned our worth, wondered if we are enough, and felt the sting of doubt creeping in at the most vulnerable moments. There's a common struggle, one that threads itself through the tapestry of our lives. But today, this voice calls out to you, inviting you to peel back the layers of your situation and recognize the unseen battles being waged within your spirit. Together, let's acknowledge the reality of these struggles, because doing so is the first step in confronting what lies ahead. But hear this now, the truth no one wants to say is that our battles are often rooted in lies we unwittingly accept as truth. Maybe you've believed that you are destined to fail, locked away in a prison of your own mind, where hope fades into a whisper drowned out by self-doubt. Like Peter, who denied Jesus not once, but 3 times, we succumb to these thoughts, drowning in the lie of unworthiness, fearing that we have fallen too far to be redeemed. And what of the lie of comparison? We scroll through our lives, watching others shine while we remain hidden in the shadows of insecurity. It's the tricky deception of Thomas, doubting what is possible when faith demands we leap into the unknown. Most insidious of all is the weight of expectations, the feeling that we must measure up to a standard that doesn't exist. We carry these burdens alone, unaware that the enemy crouches at our doorstep, waiting to seize these insecurities and turn them into chains that bind us. Right now, as you hear this, the enemy is whispering lies designed to paralyze you. He thrives in fear, working relentlessly to distract you from the truth that your struggle is not in vain. You may feel as though you're engulfed in darkness, each moment stretching longer than the last, but know this: he is terrified of your potential. If we don't act now, this tight grip of despair could suffocate the very purpose God has birthed within you. You are on the battleground of transformation, a critical moment where your choices dictate the direction of your journey. Hear the urgency in this moment. It's time for confrontation, time to rise up and face the doubts, the fears, the weight pressing down on your spirit. But what the enemy doesn't want you to know is that you are a warrior rising against principalities that seek to destroy your hope and faith. Your fight is not futile. It's the genesis of blossoming promises situated just beyond the horizon. In Isaiah 54:17, we are reminded, "No weapon forged against you will prevail." This promise reshapes the narrative. You are equipped with divine weaponry to unveil the light even in the darkest places. The assurance of victory is tangible, an epiphany waiting to shift your perspective and illuminate every shadowed corner of your life. You are not merely a victim of circumstances, you are the victor, standing on the precipice of destiny. The time has come to activate your faith. We can no longer accept complacency or anonymity in our struggles. Are you ready to battle against the fear of rejection that threatens to sow division in your heart? It's time to confront the lie of inadequacy, to boldly reject the notion that your worth is defined by the world's standards. Will you resist the weight of unrealistic expectations that drown your spirit? This is a call, an urgent summons to arms. Equip yourself with the knowledge that you are chosen, that the Creator of the universe has equipped you for a purpose. Are you prepared to step into the arena, ready to take hold of the destiny laid before you with courage and conviction? The moment of transformation beckons. Will you step forward and claim the victory that is already yours? Your journey doesn't end here. It's merely a pause before the action propels you into the next chapter, one where the battles are fought and the breakthroughs come. Remember, all it takes is one step, one decision to confront the shadowy figures that loom, ready to rise and take hold of the extraordinary life awaiting you. It's time to choose your side in this battle. Will you rise? Enough. Today this changes. Now this changes. I stand at the threshold of my new reality, ready to break free from the chains that have held me captive for too long. I will not turn back. I refuse to let fear dictate my path or self-doubt cloak my true potential. I cast aside every burden that has weighed me down, the lies that have tried to disguise my identity, and the shadows that have sought to eclipse my light. I reject the fear of rejection. No longer will it fester within my heart or blind my vision. I tear out every whisper of unworthiness that has taken root in my mind. I expel the shame that has kept me in a state of paralysis. I break the chains of comparison that have fed my insecurities, stealing my joy and purpose. I sever the weight of unrealistic expectations, these false narratives that tell me I must conform to a mold that doesn't fit. I demolish the lie that I am insignificant and hold no power in this world. And I demolish the disguise that tells me I must stay hidden in the shadows. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am chosen, marked by grace, and set apart for greatness. I am anointed with divine purpose. I am equipped to achieve the impossible. I am courageous, strong, and worthy of all blessings. I am empowered to rewrite my story, a narrative brimming with hope and promise. I am enough just as I am. I am not just a survivor. I am a warrior overcoming every obstacle in my way. I am a victor destined for an extraordinary life filled with abundance and joy. I take my rightful place on this battleground. I take steps forward into my future, leaving behind the remnants of yesterday. I walk in confidence, proclaiming my truth with every fiber of my being. I open every door of opportunity that has been waiting for me to claim it. I rise from the ashes of despair, standing tall and resolute in my identity as a conqueror. In this moment, I drive forward into my destiny, armed with faith and fortified by purpose. It is done. I declare that every weapon forged against me will not prevail. It is done. My path is mapped, and I can see the victory awaiting me. From today, I will no longer dwell in fear or doubt. I step boldly into the plans that God has for my life. I see the doors opening to opportunities I never thought possible. I envision the joy that comes from pursuing my dreams with unshakable faith. If you believe, declare with me, it is done. Let your spirit be awakened, for transformation has come. Prepare your heart for consecration, for we are on the cusp of something magnificent, a sacred culmination of battles fought and victories won. A new chapter begins, and we are ready to embrace the extraordinary life set before us. Stand with me, rise as bold declarations echo in the heavens. Your transformation is here. Let it flow through your spirit, taking root and blossoming into the vibrant life it was always meant to be. Now, let's seal this before God. We stand together in this sacred moment, anointed by His grace, ready to reaffirm our commitment to our transformed identity. Place your hand on your heart and invite the Holy Spirit to envelop you in His presence. Feel the tug of divine connection as we draw closer to our Creator. This is not just a moment, it's a collective, sacred act of surrender and acceptance. Are you ready? Father, I surrender my past, my fears, and my burdens. I lay them at your feet. I breathe in your peace and choose to embrace your purpose for my life. I declare with my whole being, I am breaking free from every chain that has held me back. As a community, we yield ourselves to your will and dedicate our lives to your service. We receive your truth and embrace the identity you have given us. Declare with me, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am chosen for greatness. I am equipped to achieve the impossible. I now commit to stepping boldly into the future you have prepared for me. We send forth this prayer into the universe. May our hearts resonate with faith, our mouths speak forth blessings, and our spirits ignite with hope. We release shame, doubt, and insecurity, allowing them to drop away as we walk in the light of truth. In this sacred space, we rise together in unity, surrendering to the transformation that is already taking place within us. Pause, breathe, and with every breath, declare your freedom. I see you 2 months from now, thriving in your purpose. I see the light of hope radiating from your being, attracting opportunities as you step firmly into destiny. I sense the joy now overflowing in your spirit as you pursue dreams long hidden. The clouds of doubt lift, and you find new paths illuminated by divine direction. You are surrounded by a community that champions your growth, lifting you higher and higher. You walk into rooms, confident and assured, knowing you are worthy and capable. Here, you transform lives, sharing your story, your light with the world. Now allow me to declare over your life. I declare that you are surrounded by favor. In every area, your family, your work, your health, and your purpose, God's hand will be evident. I pray for an abundance of joy and peace that surpasses understanding, and that you carry this seal of transformation within. Your identity is established. Your purpose is revealed in every circumstance. As we conclude this sacred moment, I call you to action. Write, I declare, in the comments if you believe this transformation is already at work in your life. Share this message with someone who needs encouragement to step into their own new reality, their own purpose. Come back tomorrow, for God has more to reveal to us. Expect that tomorrow you will encounter new insight and divine encounters as you continue to embrace this journey. This moment is profound. You have not only engaged in a commitment, but also ignited a transformation that will resonate for all eternity. Do not let this spirit of surrender be fleeting. Cherish it, nurture it, and let it propel you forward. You are renewed, and your transformation beckons you to rise and shine.